Hello, 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 and welcome. Welcome. It is Tip Tuesday Live. Super excited to be here with you, streaming on our Facebook group, Online Business Builders, also on our Facebook page, David and Dana. So wherever you are listening in on, comment, let me know. How is it going for you today? What is one big win that you have celebrated today? And those are the things we should be looking for every day. And the reason I'm bringing this particular training, we're talking about closing, we're talking about making that decision, we're talking about that today because it seems like a lot of people I've talked to recently are so focused on that and wondering why it's just not working, that they're just not seeing the success that they want in their business. And it comes back to, I think, a lot to these three things we're going to talk about today on why we're not closing more people. Well, first of all, I would like to kind of change up that whole idea of closing. When I think of closing, I think of closing a door, closing a window, you're bringing an end to something. And so just the thought of that, the word closing, doesn't really have a real positive, uplifting, engaging kind of connotation for me. So instead, what we've done in your Pathway to Profit is we call that a deciding event. And that's really what you're getting at when we talk about the whole close, of a sale. It's a sales word. But you're getting them to make a decision. You're getting them to say yes to your product or service. Or maybe say no if it isn't the right fit for them or the right time for them. And that is okay too. Sometimes dragging those folks along for months and months and years is hard, especially when right now your solution is exactly what they need, but that they don't see it yet. They're not ready for it yet. And so really there's nothing you can do. And you really don't want to be that person that's out there just convincing and just begging, down on your knees kind of thing. So you have to stay strong. And so what are those three things? Why aren't we closing more people? Well, what we find most of the time is that folks aren't clear on their offer. So maybe that's what you're struggling with. Maybe you're not clear on what it is that you have to offer. If I were to ask you, and as I see people jumping on, hey, it's good to see you. So here in StreamYard, I cannot see who you are, but I'm thankful for you. If you're not clear on your offer and you're maybe not able to answer the question, if I asked you today, what is it that you do? Or what is it that you have to offer? If you can just rattle off something brilliant and have a confidence about you, then that's not the issue that's holding you back. But if you, what is my offer? Or, what is it that I do exactly? That will, work on that. That is one thing that is helping, is holding people back from closing more sales, getting more people to say yes. Now, second problem is another kind of obvious one probably, but you're not talking to the right people. You're not talking to the right people. Maybe you think you can help these people, but they don't see it yet. But you're not talking to the people who are ready. And how do you find those people? How do you find those people? Well, at the end of the training here, I've got a great resource that I will share with you on how you can be out there finding the right people and knowing exactly who those right people are as well. So be listening for that. I'll share with that at the end. But that is something else that may be holding you back from getting those yeses. And the third one is, and this one can be a scary, slippery slope kind of one, and that's that you're not saying the right thing. And that could be based on a lot of factors. You may be following scripts, maybe scripts that aren't necessarily a good fit for your people you're talking to. And that can cause a lot of problems. Maybe it doesn't sound like you. You're trying to be somebody you're not. And so things are coming out of your mouth. You're just sort of mimicking something you heard someone else said because it sounded good. But if it isn't coming from inside of you, if it's not you, then it could be the wrong thing. And it may also come back to the personality colors. If you are on our email list, you see we published an article about the 4 personality colors and how critical it is to know your prospects. Are they red or yellow or green or blue? And the article outlines all of that. So if you're not on our email list, let me know and I will, or go to our website. It's on our website, DavidnDana.com. It's the most recent article there. Or, search colors if that will be helpful for you, because you may be saying things just a little the wrong way. For instance, and I use this in the email, I think, if you're talking to a person who has a red personality, they're driven by success. They like notoriety. They are serious. But if you come to them with kind of a fun, let's have a game kind of, ask to your product or service, that's going to turn them off. And they're not necessarily going to say yes to that. But if you came to them and said, hey, this product is going to get you on the leaderboards for your company, yada, 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 that's speaking their language. So knowing the colors of your the personality of the people you're talking to can put you way ahead of many other people. So those are the 3 things that may be holding you back from getting more people to say yes, to making that decision to work with you or to buy from you. And that, think about those and see if there's some things you can, switch up in your marketing. And you may also be thinking, okay, Dana, those sound great, but people have the objections. They're always saying, oh, I don't have the time for that, or I don't have enough money to invest in that, or, oh, I've got to talk to my spouse. I mean, there's a whole bunch of people or objections that people have. And so if that's what you feel is holding you back, I would love you to share in the comments what objections you find most when you're having conversations and when you're making your offer and when you're trying to get them to say yes or no and make that decision. What are the objections you're hearing? Because I would love to do a series on that and help you understand what are some ways you can counteract those objections, because you don't want to just say, oh, okay, you don't have enough time. Okay, goodbye. That's not going to move the needle forward. That's not serving them, and it's not serving you. So be sure to share in the comments if you're finding that objections are what are holding you back. I stumbled upon a really great Bible verse today, and I wanted to share that with you. If you're feeling any frustration in the progress that you're making in your business, it's beautiful. It's from 2 Corinthians 9:8. And I just would love to share that with you. And God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things and at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. You might want to look that up, 2 Corinthians 9:8. And the basis of that is that God is able. God is able. You don't have to be out there doing it all the stuff, but you just have to trust God is able to bless you abundantly. So that's a beautiful promise. And in all things and at all times, we'll have all that we need. Doesn't that just sound beautiful? Well, I told you early on that I had a resource, and this is provided by one of our marketing friends, Kay Samji. He's got a bit of a UK accent. I absolutely love it. And he has a prospecting and closing blueprint that he's put together. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy to consume, but it is full, and I mean full, of nuggets that are going to help you not only in closing, but in prospecting to find those right people, the right people that are just waiting to say yes to you. And so I will put a link to that blueprint down in the comments and or in the description of this video over there on YouTube. But consume that. It will really help get your mind thinking. He gives examples. He shows you how to do it. And at the end, he'll even show you a marketing system, the same one that David and I have been using for 5 years, that is full of benefits that might be exactly what you need to implement to bring more of these people to you, to set yourself apart. So take a listen to Kay's training. It's amazing. He's amazing. He's so much fun to hang out with. And certainly let me know if you have any questions with that. And of course, I also ask for you to let me know what objections you're finding most often. I'd love to help you deal with those. And if there's anything else that I can help you with, that's what Tip Tuesday is all about. So you can message me privately, say, hey, Dana, I would love you to do a segment on content or a segment on email marketing, or what is it that you're working on right now in your business? What is it that you're feeling a little bit stuck with? Those are the things that Tip Tuesday is all about. And if you ever want to take a test run with David and I, we've got a group coaching Q&A once a week, and I can give you more information on that. If you're looking for a community to surround you, if you're looking for someone to answer your questions face-to-face, one-on-one in a group setting, that might be the answer for you too. So I will let you go. I like to keep these compact and easy to watch in 10 to 15 minutes. A lot of quick information to get the ball rolling. So until next time, be safe, be blessed, and be well.